looked more comfortable since everything happened against Tennessee. What's gone into that? Just what's your meetings been like with Coach Johns and his role in everything that's kind of got you where you are right now?
Yeah, I think for me the biggest thing was kind of not playing carefree, but I got nothing else to lose. Just kind of having that edge and playing like that's really let me see things better. And just play more comfortable, more loose. And then with Coach Johns too, I feel like since he got promoted, he's been big about us being efficient as quarterbacks. So whether that's getting through reads quick and boom, taking off, not sitting in the pocket too long, or just even just getting completions. Like today in practice, he was harping about us in 7-on-7, not throwing an incomplete ball. He just wants to create completions and be efficient.
Has he helped you play freer, so to speak, as you were talking about?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, just the things that he teaches us and how to be efficient and even different like footwork drills that he does with us is I've seen improvement so far. Even through 3 weeks of my pocket movement, getting through progressions quicker and easier, and yeah, he's really helped us so far.
Jackson, that wasn't his role earlier, but did you get any interaction with him, any coaching from him before he took over quarterback?
A little bit here and there, but Coach Johns, if you ever get to actually sit down and talk to Coach Johns, he when he came in here, he told me this. He's like he didn't want to step on any toes. He just wanted to be here. He wanted to learn from the dudes in the room and improve his game and his play call while he was here. And so he never really stepped out and coached us per se, but ever since now and since he got hired, he's been very vocal with us, got us all together on Sunday night to go over things that he wanted for us for the week.
Jackson, how about the potential of getting Jalil and Diondre back this weekend? How big would that be for this offense?
It'd be huge. Obviously, two leaders of our offense, two great pieces of the receivers, two of our best receivers that we haven't had in a while, too. So it obviously adds an explosive aspect to our offense and definitely that leadership role, too, that I'm not saying that we need, but, I mean, it's great to have those leaders come back. I feel like we've had dudes step up in their absence, though. I'm super proud of those guys that have stepped up. But, having those leaders back is key for that position group, too.
What stood out to you about the way Jalil's handled things since his injury?
Yeah, I mean, Jalil's just Jalil. He's going to be the same person every single day. And his injury was tough. Obviously, it's his senior year. I don't even know if he has any years of eligibility left after this, but I mean, for him, that's got to be tough. First play of the game, his first catch of the year, he goes down with an injury, and I mean, it's hard to be locked in and to be around practice and be around these guys because you love the game so much. And it was kind of taken away from you early in the season, but I was proud of Jalil just for being around and even coaching young guys and just being around the program and helping us out.
What have you seen out of Missouri defensively?
A really, really solid group. I think they're ranked 13th in the nation in scoring defense, and for me, I feel like when watching them on film, they play great as a group. Dudes know where they're going. They don't bust hardly ever. Super competitive guys, fly around the ball, and a big physical group.
Jackson, first road start under your belt a couple weeks ago. Is there anything you can take from that game in Oxford to kind of apply this weekend as far as just handling the road, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I kind of like road games, honestly. It's a different environment. Like I said earlier, like it kind of gives you an edge, going into somebody else's place and potentially taking them down. It's a great feeling. We went down to Auburn and won there. I mean, it's great to go down to somebody else's house and win. So I think for us is, not being, I guess, overwhelmed by the environment, but kind of embracing it and using it to our advantage.
Jackson, what about Joe John? Is there a way to kind of explain what he's doing maybe a little bit differently that's putting you guys in position for success lately?
I mean, it's hard to say, and I'm never gonna knock on Coach Luttrell. I love Coach Luttrell. Are their play calling styles differently? Potentially, but it's hard to say only 2-3 weeks into it. Not obviously, but I mean, I feel like with Coach Finley, I've had some more plays that have got me into rhythm early on that have allowed me to be efficient. But I mean, it's hard for OC early on when you have all the injuries that we did, and even I wasn't playing as good as I should have early on. So I mean, there's no knock to Coach Luttrell at all. I think right now we just have dudes stepping up and playing super hard right now.
Gordon, how big was last Saturday for the offensive line just from a confidence standpoint?
Yeah, very big. 0 sacks is obviously huge. The prior 2 games we had, I think it was 10 sacks in both games. So being able to go into a game and come out with no sacks is a huge confidence booster, and especially for those young guys that got in and got reps. Those are guys they're going to rely on these next couple of weeks. So it was big for them to go in and step up in that game.
Did you happen to notice any new energy at today's practice? You know, you're coming off a win, that kind of thing, versus a loss.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like our message has been pretty consistent these past couple weeks. Is just staying the same person, the same team throughout all the adversity we've been through. So, I mean, obviously, yeah, there's a little more juice, but I mean, for us, I think we're just trying to stay mellow and stay the same, and just treat every day as a new day and just attack that day.
Going back to Jalil and Dion and the possibility that they come back, how much can that change the offense when you get guys with their particular skill sets back? Brent talked a little bit about some of the sort of domino effect of that could have.
Yeah, I feel like, on the field, obviously, you've got two explosive guys coming back that are key pieces to our offense, but, off the field too, or not off the field, but outside of that, it almost opens up your running game too, because you got DBs now focusing, and even, backers focusing on Jalil and Dion. How can we stop them? And from a game plan perspective, how can we stop those guys? And reality opens up, your running game. It opens up a lot of things, but I think on top of that too, it just builds a whole lot of confidence for our offense. We're going to this week like, damn, we got two of our studs back at receiver. Like, we've had guys play great, but you get two leaders, two studs come back, and it's a big confidence booster for the offense.